It's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. It's time to get up. Yeah. It's time to get moving. Hey. I'm up.
On today's show, we're trying new things. It ain't pumpkin spice. I'm not trying that. But I am going to try something new today for Coffee Talks. This time next year's segment is going to be lit. This time next year is lit. And we got sketches. It's not sketchy. I think I said sketchy before. I mean, it is sketchy. I'm working through it. But this is going to be a jam-packed day to send you on your way. I ain't going to do it no more. But for today, y'all going to get this. You got to get this welcome. It's MooreLaughing in the morning show right after the break.
Kimberly A. Matthews, inspirational speaker, author, and host of podcast The Challenger, is leading the next generation of leaders to develop the necessary mindset and strategies for restoring purpose, wealth, and achieving success.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
But you gotta keep
You
going.
just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a course online.
You can do this.
You will find something.
We'll find something new.
Being in quarantine over this year has definitely emphasized the monotony of life. Like, we're legit creatures of habit. And we swear by it as if, like on some it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of swear by energy. And I get some of the limitations that we may have right now, especially considering how we're maneuvering through 2020. But I promise you, we cannot afford to stop growing and exploring new things. So really, this is an opportune time to learn something new and try something new for yourself. And so I think we should use this time to do it now. We can't be stagnant. We are people that need to live, not be boring or predictable. We need to have vibrant lives. It's not like just some pumpkin spice kind of situation, but like a good spice, like a slap your mama kind of spice. You need a slap your mama kind of spice life, but you gotta try new things to get that. There's a whole new set of people, places, and things that are waiting for us, you and I, to discover them. So we gotta practice. You're probably thinking, what is she talking about? Okay, listen. I'm getting to it. Being that it is close to World Food Day, now I had to say close because I don't know what day this is going to air on, y'all. It could be, it may not be, we'll see. You'll know before me. My team is challenging me to put my money where my mouth is. And I'm going to try 3 food items. This is a big deal. This is not what I do, but I'm not going to get up here and tell y'all to do something that I don't do. So we are going to try new things together. I am not going into 2021 being the same person that I am here today. So I'm doing all this stuff that we're talking about. I'm also trying to stall while they're bringing this crap that I got to eat. I don't know what it is, and I'm sure it's something that's going to make me, why are you walking in like that? This is how the people do. Hey, y'all, say, hey, this is the director. His name in the credits. He don't want y'all to see him. I don't think he's too proud. It's all right. We a family. What is this? What is this? All right, so this is what we got, y'all. Can't tell if they just hate me or if it's my limitations and budget cuts, but we're going to go with it. We got a Dorito. I don't even know what this is. Do y'all smell everything or just me? I smell everything. And goldfish. I don't know these name brand ones. I prefer my goldfish to be name brand, but I'm just bougie like that. Anyway, I've tried Doritos and goldfish. I don't know what this is. I think this is something I have never tried before, but they got ketchup on this plate. I know y'all ain't doing me like this. This is great. Yummy. I feel more mature and refined, a fuller life. Remember, we're in this together. I'm challenging myself and I'm challenging you to write down 3 new things that you're going to explore before the year is over. And if you go ahead and try these little ketchup and Doritos, I'm going to let that slide as one. We are in this together. Hashtag growth mode, y'all. Come on. We want to grow. Try something new. Go somewhere that you haven't been. Meet someone that you haven't met before. I guess when you say meet, that implies you haven't met them. You know what I'm trying to say. There is one thing that you can keep the same. That's this channel. That's it. That's the channel. You see that? You see that witty bringing it all together? Look, there's more that we got to do after this break. So that's why I don't want you to go nowhere, because I got to throw away this little towel that I almost threw up in. And then I want to meet you at the chair, because we got this time next year an interview that is litty. Right after the break. It's the More Laughing in the Morning show. It's the Dorito. It was the Dorito for me.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it, so do your part and stay home. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit social gatherings. If you need essential items like food and medicine, try using a delivery service. If you must leave your house for essential items, or if you want to take a walk for exercise, make sure to wear a cloth face covering. Stay at least 6 feet away from other people. Try not to touch frequently touched surfaces like light signals, street signs, or benches. And wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus, so stay home unless absolutely necessary. Visit Coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
It's the shoulders for me. Listen, we are so glad that you came back, because we got more show. Our This Time Next Year interview is lit. Let's get into it. Okay, well, look at the king here. Hey, what's up, Freddie?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm
Thank
doing
you for
good.
having me. I appreciate you.
I am so glad that you are here, brother. I'm like, oh, I got to get the king in the chair. I need to talk to him. Listen. So, okay. Can we just start here? Wait, can you see it? First of all, I can't tell if you can see stuff because, I'm working through this technology. I should have asked, can you see my pajama pants? Make
I missed those.
Okay. Wait a minute. I'm all ready. Let me throw stuff away so my house can look clean. Do it look clean? We good? All right. So this is the black. So I bought.
It looks great. It looks
okay,
great.
Good. All right, there we go. So I bought your flashcards earlier this year. You the man. And so I remember you. So I had gotten that impression of you because of how much you knew your audience, and that was the original. Like, I should know my people. I've been doing this for a long time. I need to know who they are. And so that was really important. But then when we got into 2020, I'm like, oh, the man that has the Black History flashcards, I want some of those because I wanted to teach my children. But then as I got them and I was going through them, I just got more angry because I'm like, who are these people? And why don't I know about them? And so then that growth stuff started to happen. So I was like, we got to bring the king up here because I'm sure you went through something. I just read the card and I get depressed. But you put it all together. So can you talk to us about like all of your growth moments and experiences through this project? How did you get here?
Whoa!
Wow.
I know.
You talk for the rest. I'm done.
Yeah, that's good. I need to be on the sofa. Let me put my feet up. But I just think, like, speaking first to your point and your frustration of learning and then becoming frustrated with every card you read. I think that's normal. But as you start to learn more, like James Baldwin said, to be Black in America and to be relatively conscious is to be angry almost all the time. And I've been so angry for so long. I just try to laugh and giggle now as often as I can. But I grew up in Inkster, Michigan. It's outside of Detroit, Michigan. And my father was born in 1929. So he had me when I was 46 and my mom was 40. So bless them because I'm 44 now and we ain't having no kids,
he had you when he was 46. Okay.
Yeah, when he was 46.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so he actually on the 12th he'll be 91. So I love my man, but he yeah, oh yeah. Oh man, still running, part of the senior Olympics. Like he still working out, and that's my man, man.
We need to bring your daddy up here. Why we ain't call your daddy?
Hey, he will get on. He would definitely do that. But he's a treasure chest of information because he lived through all of these things. So growing up, he really enforced history on me. I can't say that I grabbed it at that particular point, but it was like he used to like pay me $10 per chapter that I read and talk to him about different books. So that's how I earned money growing up. But it wasn't until I got to college that, you get around a different group of people and you start learning about different things. And I was meeting the 5%ers and the Nation of Islam and all of these different people. And I was learning a lot of this stuff that I hadn't heard of. But when I had children and you start to see the educational system, that was the real turn. Like, they still teaching these lies? There's like Columbus, like for real, like
whole monologue about that I'm like, and then the problem that I have though is I really had to wrestle with, do I seem like I'm coming off as I'm being angry? Do I feel like it seem like and I'm just like, why do I have to ask myself those questions about something that's so blatantly Christopher Columbus?
Like, what is that? So you're mad at me because I'm expressing myself about the frustrations that we got to live with daily, and now social media puts it in our face every day, watching us being murdered on TV. We know about the school system, the lies that they're teaching. The politicians are supporting white supremacists openly in front of our eyes. And you think I'm supposed to love this on a country that was founded on the backs of my people? If this was 200 years ago, I would have been enslaved. Like, and I'm supposed to love this country? Like, well, this country got some work to do to prove that it loves me, right? That a child who grows up not loving their parents or frustrated with their parents, you don't blame the child, you blame the parent for being piss poor parents, right? So how does the country get let off the hook for the atrocities that it's been put on the so-called African-American people for hundreds of years, and you're mad at me because I'm conscious enough to see it? Like, so I tell people, you just might as well unfriend me because I hate it here. And if America really is offended by that statement, as it should be embarrassed. This is the problem with America. They have no shame. They have no shame. You should be embarrassed over this history. You should be bending over backwards to right the wrong, but they have no shame. So I hate it here.
So listen, because I don't got the option to lead them all like you do. So give me some time now. I'm in the beginning of my way.
This time next year.
This time next year, okay. So in this space of where, you were at a place where at first you were very concerned about how you came across. And then over time, you got to the space where it didn't matter anymore. There I see growth, and I feel like that quite a bit of us on our journey I'm currently in a space where I am, especially the more public person, the more distant I'm doing, your real views are going to come out at some point, Allison. You're going to have to draw the line in the sand. And so what things can you share with us who are on the journey of going from, I wonder what everybody's going to say, I hope they receive me, I hope they're not offended, I hope they still love me, to I got to be me and I don't care?
That's a great question. And this is interesting because we were inside of that secret entrepreneurial group, inside of our mastermind. We was actually just having this conversation about less being more. Right? So less is more. So actually the attention of less people is more for your future, right? It sounds counterintuitive, but those people that are offended by you being honest and sharing your viewpoint, they're not in your core demographic anyway. These are people that just wandered in and just peeking in and they heard something that offended them. So now they want to voice their opinion. They're not supporting you week after week. They're not supporting you with emails and letters and purchasing your products and joining your masterclass. They're not supporting, they're just trolling on the internet, which is just like the American thing to do now. Is just anything that semi-offends you, you just voice an all-out hate for the individual that's behind it. But once you start being more and more authentic and just speaking your mind, you're going to attract more and more people that's looking for that your voice resonates with them. So less becomes more. When I talk like I talk, somebody doesn't like it, right? That's fine. But guess what? When Gladys hears it, Gladys is all in because she like, right, my grandbaby need to understand. My grandbaby need to know. My grandbaby gonna be living in this world, that in this community or this country that's doing negative things to them, and I need them to be aware of that. So your audience actually is craving for your authenticity, because it's gonna let them know that they're aligned with you one-on-one. Like, yes, I'm all in.
I appreciate you. You have no idea. I'm like hanging on the words because again, I am at this space. I am super sensitive, even though I'm a comedian. I'm like not here for that. I'm like, what you say about what you say? I'm not
Hey,
here.
Erykah Badu.
I come right.
I'm sensitive about my stuff.
I am sensitive about my. Keep in mind, I'm an artist now, and but hearing from you is absolutely empowering and inspiring, and it just helps me build the courage to. You got to put your big girl panties on, and you have to be authentic because people need your authenticity, Allison. And for real, the more authentic I am, the funnier I am. Anyway, this other stuff is really just weird because I'm just so I don't want to make you feel weird, but if you really do, it probably would be the best of the healing. But look, okay, so before you go, because I appreciate your time. I love these things. So obviously, I know I told you I read when I get depressed, I get sad, but no, more than that, has it been times of fellowship? So the kids and I, we have done this several times at home, especially with quarantine, and I'm so tired of my smallest kid looking at YouTube. I'm gonna throw YouTube somewhere. And so I really appreciate like the excellence that went into this and how beautiful these stories are, and confidence wise I've been really encouraged too, because I see women who look like me. And right now we're looking at women who look like us from 2020 or 2015. Like, oh shoot, no, these are people who have been 1935, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate being awakened to and reminded our people have been grinding and been killing the game for a long time. And I can tap into that. So thank you.
I got to share this with you. This is going to create troubles for your editing though. But this past week, I've been studying Mary McLeod Bethune. So you're probably familiar with Bethune-Cookman, the college, right? Yes. So Mary McLeod Bethune was born in 1875, right? In South Carolina, so not too far from you. And she's really dark-skinned. Think about that time being dark, right? Colorism is a thing today in our community. Yeah. It was serious back then. But she was born of 17 kids, right? So she was number 15 out of 17 children in 1885, born to two parents that were slaves, right? They were slaves, get this, on the plantation that she grew up in, because after emancipation, it's not like Black people like just left and wandered away. They didn't know what to do. So a lot of them became sharecroppers right on the very plantations that they were enslaved on, right? And this is the environment that she grew up in. And she goes with her mama for the first time. I think she's about 8 or 9 years old. I wish I could get this, the exact year. She goes with her mom up to the big house, right? So she has to go up to the big house because mom is taking the laundry. So she accompanies mom. Mom goes inside. She's outside playing with the kids in the yard, what children do, right? Just having fun. She grabs a book. She finds a book like just laying on like the porch or something. She picks up a book and is flicking through it. And a little white boy runs up to her and says, "Put that down. You can't read. And books are for white people anyway," right? And it like, she talks about this like really standing out as a prominent moment in her life. And she deemed from that day that she had to learn how to read. She had to learn how to educate herself, because she figured that the difference between white people and Black people must be education. So if she could educate herself, she felt like it would give her an opportunity in this world. And then she thought that all the people should be educated. So that's how she ended up. That was part of the drive of why she wanted to start a school, right? And the story behind her school is fascinating. She got an opportunity.
To be honest with you, I never knew that Bethune-Cookman was a Black woman.
Yes. Mary McLeod Bethune, her story, that story of how she built that college is incredible. The last part that I'll share though is when a little bit after that, this white philanthropist came to town, because education at the time after emancipation during the Reconstruction period wasn't like the government was like, hey, let's educate all of the people that we enslaved for hundreds of years, right? It was really philanthropists that came around and built schools and said, hey man, these people really need some education, right? So her father didn't want any of the kids to go to schools, because they were like, look, we got practical work that needs to be done on this farm. Anyway, they're like, look, can you spare one child? So Mary's 1 out of 17. She has a whole talk called 1 out of 17. So she's the one child out of 17 that got an opportunity to go to school. Now get this, she's 10 years old. She goes to school. She has to walk 5 miles each day to go to school. I like to laugh and joke, 5 miles uphill both ways, right? But she goes to get that education, but the teachers were like, man, why are you so hell bent on learning? She said, because everything that I learned, I got to go home and teach my sisters and my brothers and my parents, right? So she was fierce about becoming educated and being a teacher. But just think about 10 years old walking 5 miles in the South when, it would have been easy to see bodies swinging from trees. Somebody could have grabbed her, right? Like, it's just, and nothing would have happened to these people. This is the thing. Like, if they would have molested her or mutilated her, nothing would have happened to these people, because America has no shame. It has no shame. There's so many fascinating stories that I could lead to, but
clearly, so many fascinating. Like, oh, you have more. Yeah, we know you have so many. But I had to pick my options. I was like, okay, which one I want to get? Okay, I'm gonna have to come back and get some more. So thank you so very much. All right, so how do we find you, or how does everybody get these? Because I don't know if this gonna make it though, but you can say it. But I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and
right. UrbanIntellectuals.com is the best way to catch everything that we have. But just remember this, we have a mantra at Urban Intellectuals: 5 minutes a day keeps the miseducation away. 5 minutes a day keeps the miseducation away. And that's what we like to put on Gladys or Gail, who's our younger parents, or parents like you. We like to remind them with their children, just spend 5 minutes a day educating your child about their history and their culture, and it'll go a lot further than you think.
I really appreciate you. Got your Gladys and Gail, and on behalf of myself, Aunt Jackie and Shaniqua's, my cousin Shaniqua's, we thank you so much for the work that you put in this, the excellence, the example. We coming. We're gonna put 5 minutes a day. That's how we're going to grow, so that by this time next year we'll be more well-rounded contributors. And I got some white ones too. I got some Sallys and Beths. We figuring out who they are too. Absolutely. And our family appreciates white, Black, Asian. We appreciate what you've been doing to make sure that we're better America, that to keep you here. You and me too. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. From the MooreLaughing in the Morning Show family, we say toodles.
Toodles. Thank you so much.
I told you. Didn't I tell you? I told you. That was good. When I was there, I mean, y'all saw me. I was all into that. I couldn't even move. So I'm so excited, and I hope that you benefited from it. We got to pull some stuff out of that and where we want to be this time next year. Okay, we still got a little bit more show left, so don't go anywhere. When we come back from the break, we sketching. We are sketching. It's the MooreLaughing in the Morning Show.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. Get free tips to help boost your retirement savings now at aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
This is gonna be so fun. Babe, I'm good. Thanks for thinking about this. On the way there. All right, I'm good. I'm ready to go. You can be ready in 10 minutes.
10 to do what?
So we can leave. Babe, we said we were gonna leave this morning.
To go where?
Honey, you got a whole camping coat hanging up on this random monitor right here. We're going camping.
The NBA finals start tonight, so I gotta win 3 games in a row on the game, wear my lucky shirt, my lucky hat, so we can win in real life. Come on, TT, you know that?
Bitch. Honey, we talked about this. You said that we can go this weekend camping. Tonight. This is Friday.
Yeah,
Don't do this to me, Mitch. Don't do this to me, Mitch. I knew you were gonna do this to me, Mitch. I knew that you were going to. Mitch, don't do this to me.
Okay.
I was thinking that we would take a picture here, but then also especially one here for me. But I want to get you there too, because you know you're cute. But me, here. Babe, you're not even focused. Let's practice. Babe, all you do is play that little dumb game.
This is our first time back to the finals in 8 years. I got to do what I got to do.
Well, it's our first time going camping, ever, in 8 months. And I gotta do what I gotta do. You told me that you wanted it.
Come here.
I got my good weed for you.
It's okay. We're gonna go camping. Just you, me, and the night sky.
Okay.
Did you get the bug spray?
Yeah, I put it in the bag. I think that's a really good prop for us to use. That's gonna really stun on it. Like, it's like we're really getting into character. But
yeah, no, but we really need to use it because we are outside in the wilderness. Mosquitoes, they last.
You gotta get mosquito. Like, you crazy? You gonna get a bite on mosquito going from the car to the resort?
The mosquitoes we got might pull your socks down and bite you.
Yeah, I got it. But we ain't gotta worry about that. Just run into the car. We'll run from the car into the resort.
No, we're going to be outside. There's no resort. And by the way, I forgot the mattress for the tent, so we gotta have to find a good, comfortable spot on the ground to lay on. Yeah, so we're gonna just
on the floor.
We'll just lay back like this, listen to the nature. We might even see some bears. You gonna love that.
Bear. Real bears.
Real camp. Where did you think we were going?
I thought we were gonna go camp. I've seen pictures on the gram, and I don't think that they're really outside. I mean, they don't stay out there. You got to get out there so you can take the picture, but they're not gonna like be out there.
Okay.
I don't want to get.
When I told you that we were going camping, I don't know where the resort came from, but I meant like quality time, me and you in the wilderness.
Is that why you put all this stuff in here?
Yes.
This one's not for a prop.
No, it's not for a prop. You got your coat, right? It's gonna be a little cold.
Hey. I know this is our 8-week anniversary from the first time that you went through all my
your
posts.
pictures.
But I was thinking that maybe we could celebrate it like here.
Here? In the house?
In the house. Here in the house. Think about it. Me, you, and the night air outside while the game is on. Inside, you can play your little game.
So I can watch the game.
You can watch the game
tonight.
Maybe you could just get some dinner and put it in a little Birkin bag.
Dinner in a bag.
In a Birkin bag.
And I can watch the game.
Birkin bag.
Birkin bag.
Birkin.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay. Well, just do a little Birkin bag. When do you think you're gonna get the bag?
I can get it after I finish playing. Is that cool with you?
Okay. If you don't mind, babe. Because I want to make sure that everything is great for you. Because, we got a long day ahead. It's still morning, so we can get an early start on things. And then
Can you play for me while I go?
I got you. Just tell me what you want me to do. I got it.
All right.
I got it. Okay, come on.
The game.
Give me a bag.